How would I define soul music? I think that soul music is basically a music that it comes from total feeling. It's not something that you read. I know over the years, I never learned how to read music. And in the past maybe 15 years or so, I've learned now to read music, even vocal sheets. And I find that when I'm reading vocal sheets, I don't feel what I'm doing as much as I feel it when I just close my eyes and go for it. So soul music to me has always been a music that, in spite of the mistakes that you make along the way, it's still a gut feeling that you're pouring out in your recordings especially.
And do you think it has its real basis in gospel music?
Oh yeah, sure. It stems from that. I used to do a lot of writing, which I still do, and most of my writing during the early days came from the fact that I was singing gospel. So I would more or less take a gospel song and just think of it and then put it in the I Love You lyrics, and basically it worked. And it still do the same. People still do the same thing. Now it's in reverse, unfortunately. Most gospel singers today are taking pop songs and reversing the lyrics, which is a new thing, really.
From the pioneer orchestrated productions of the Drifters to his own solo smashes, this singer was the pinnacle of R&B grace. His soulful baritone sounded like gospel. His settings was more appropriate for his honey smooth praise and detailed expression. For the first time, R&B proved to be sophisticated and appealing to the mainstream audiences. This vocalist style impacted numerous smooth soul singers after him. His songs was important forerunners of the Motown sound. The centerpiece of today's video is all about the legendary Benny King. Now, before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out any more uploads. Now, without further ado, let's cue that intro. Born Benjamin Earl Nelson on September 28, 1938 in Henderson, North Carolina, his family soon relocated to Harlem, New York in 1947 when he was just 9 years old. Nelson started off singing in his church choir in Harlem, but by the time he got to high school, he had established a doo-wop group named the 4Bs. The group occasionally performed at the Apollo Theater. Nelson also sang in varieties of street corner doo-wop groups before being spotted and invited to join the Five Crowns in 1958. Upon joining the group, they already had a record deal with R&B Records. The group went on to release 2 singles, Kiss and Make Up.
Well, alright, you were right, I was wrong. Come on, kiss and make up.
And I'll Forget About You.
Had your chance, but you refused me and my...
In May of 1958, the group performed at the Apollo Theater, where they was on the same bill as the Drifters. Now at this time, the Drifters, they was really struggling, and the group's manager, George Treadwell, who owns the group name and likeness after buying it from Clyde McPhatter, Treadwell compared the performance of the group to the Five Crowns. He was very displeased with the Drifters' unreliability and lack of popularity. So, after seeing the Five Crowns perform, he dismissed the Drifters and recruited the Five Crowns as their replacements. Now, upon this transfer, James Papa Clark was fired due to his alleged drinking issues. Therefore, this new edition of the Drifters began as a quartet. Nelson's uncle often called him King, so during his time with the group, Nelson adopted the name and began to go under Benny King. King's early experiences as a drifter was not always positive. The group toured the South frequently, and they encountered angry audiences who was expecting to see the old drifters. At the time, Charlie Thomas was the group's lead singer, and one day, during the studio session, King showed Thomas how to sing a certain part of the group's upcoming song. After some time, one of the producers proposed that King should perform the main part. And after perfecting the song, King became the lead vocalist. This song was There Goes My Baby.
She is bound, I broke her heart and made her cry.
Now, as the lead singer of the Drifters, King sang lead on songs such as Dance With Me,
While the music plays. The girl they on a home with me.
Save the Last Dance for Me.
So darling, say the last dance for me.
And I Count the Tears.
I have counted all your lies, all your alibis.
Due to a contract conflict, the Five Crowns' old manager and George Treadwell led to King only recording with the group and not appearing with them on tour or on television. After a year of touring, contract disagreements occurred between Treadwell and King's management, who requested more money. Once when Treadwell refused, King was only employed for studio sessions, leaving Charlie Thomas to lip sync King's parts during live performances. While being still part of the group, King obtained a solo contract with Atco Records, and in May of 1960, King officially quit the group. His first single as a solo star was Show Me the Way.
Show me the way to your heart.
Followed by a duet with LaVern Baker, A Help Each Other Romance.
Each other romance. Like you help me.
King's first chart success came later in 1960 with the singles First Taste of Love,
Taste of love. The very first time you held me, it was so nice.
and Spanish Harlem. King looked up to vocalists such as Brooke Benton, Warren Hamilton, and Sam Cooke as influences for his vocals for his biggest hit, Stand By Me.
By me, oh stand by me, stand.
That same year, King released charted singles Amor,
And amor, my
Here Comes the Night,
everywhere, night of magic and bliss. Think of the moments, the hour.
and Young Boy Blues.
I wanna cry when I hear your name, but if I cry, I feel ashamed. So
That next year, he released charted singles Ecstasy,
let me go. Let that love light show. Oh, take me by the.
Don't Play That Song,
Oh no, don't let it play. It fills my heart with pain.
Too Bad,
I wait in vain for you. It's too bad, too bad. My heart must pay.
I'm Standing By,
Sleepless midnight hours brings its tears.
and Tell Daddy.
Come on and tell Daddy, and I'll make it all.
In 1963, King had 3 more charted singles with I Who Have Nothing,
I who have no one, adore you.
How Can I Forget,
When I was down and out, she went somewhere and bought me. She brought
and I Could Have Danced All Night.
happy. Oh boy.
The following year, he had 5 charted singles with What Now Love,
Turning to ashes, and my hopes.
That When It Hurts,
You don't miss me, darling. Darling, 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 when the night is through.
What can a man do?
Yeah. Bye, bye, baby. Crying don't make it. Bye, bye, baby. So what can
It's all over.
and outside her window.
And 7 letters.
Threw away our favorite record.
Although the mid to late 60s, King's chart success began to dry up, the remainder of the 60s, he did have chart success with The Record.
And when you hear this record playing, I hope it's clear when I say,
She's Gone Again.
oh, I'm lonely, and you know me. Yes, I'm lonely.
Good Night, My Love.
There's just one thing I'd like to know.
So Much Love.
Anyone, I've got so much love to give you. Baby, I've got so.
I Swear by the Stars Above.
If I had a girl like you to
What Is Soul?
within us, it doesn't show. My soul is something that comes.
Tears.
Cheeriest life. I think about the things we used to.
We Got a Thing Going On.
'Cause we got a thing going on. It's called love, it's called love, yeah.
Don't Take Your Love From Me.
Course your love is all that matters, and I don't need.
Soul Meeting.
Listen, I can't see paying all of my rent for a room.
I Can't Take It Like a Man.
Can't reach your mind. Don't turn me on. My eyes are not blind.
And Till I Can't Take It Anymore.
You've got 2 good men strung out, and there's not the slightest.
Due to lack of hits, King was obligated to make a livelihood by performing in the oldie circuit. Now, although King originally didn't want to do it, he did gather enough excitement on the oldie circuit to warrant a return to Atlantic Records. During the 70s, King released charted success such as Supernatural Thing,
Your love, supernatural thing.
Do It in the Name of Love,
My mama told me a long time ago, when you're in love, there's no
I Had a Love,
love for the love for the love. Sweet love.
Get It Up,
If you saw the riddle, you can say me so. Chase love's shadow.
and A Star in the Ghetto.
I may never live to see my name in lights on a Carnegie Hall marquee.
In the 70s, King only had 2 charted albums with Supernatural that peaked at number 39 on the Billboard 200 charts and number 13 on the Billboard Top R&B Album charts that was released in 1975, and Benny and Us, which was an album that featured the Average White Band that peaked at number 33 on the Billboard 200 charts. During the 80s, King rejoined the Drifters in the United Kingdom in 1982 and remained with the group until the group officially disbanded. In 1986, the song Stand By Me was re-released to be the theme song of the film Stand By Me. The re-release of this song increased King's popularity since 2 albums late in his career achieved chart success, with Music Trace that was released in 1980 and peaked at number 73 on the Billboard 200 charts, and What's Important to Me that was released in 1991 and peaked at number 82 on the Billboard 200 charts. Now, throughout King's career, he earned 5 number 1 singles as a lead vocalist with the Drifters, as well as 12 top 10 hits and 26 top 40 hits as a solo star between the years of 1959 and 1989. King was inducted to the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame in 2009, followed by an induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of the Drifters in 2000, also being nominated as a solo star, but as of today, he has not been inducted as a solo star. In 2012, King was inducted to the Songwriter Hall of Fame. Now, following a brief illness, King passed away on April 30th, 2015 at the age of 76, who was survived by his wife of 50 years and 3 children. Now, before we depart, I have a few questions for everyone. Do you believe Benny King deserves to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo star? Also, what is your favorite song from Benny King?